Hey guys, this is your trusted weather forecast, and today we're going to be talking about a potential severe weather outbreak that will be happening in the upper Mississippi Valley, Midwest, Great Lakes, all those areas in the northern half of the United States. And before we get into this, I'd like to ask you to subscribe. About 75% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so please click the subscribe button if you like weather-related content, and hit the notification bell if you do not want to miss an upload. Also, please like the video if you enjoy it. This is surface-based CAPE, Tuesday, 7 p.m., June 2nd. This is about 120-ish hours out. It's not extremely far out, but it is far out. Things can change and they have time to change. I'm just highlighting that this is a definite possibility, and models have been incredibly consistent on this. So we will definitely have to watch out for this, and I do think there is a possibility for an enhanced or even moderate risk, but again, it is far out, and I will make an update video when we do get closer, so keep that in your mind. This is surface-based CAPE, as I said, 7 p.m. Tuesday. You see values peaking over 5,000 in some parts of Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, and numbers 1 to 2,000 elsewhere. And this general orange, the red, the purple region is where you're going to have that generalized outbreak. The path of this does differ. Each model runs slightly. It's not a huge difference, but it may track slightly more north, slightly more south, or it may stay the same, which is why I'll update you later. So there's definitely lots of instability to work with, surface-based instability. Then it dies off into the overnight hours and then replenishes further south in Missouri, Illinois, Kansas, and parts of the south. Wednesday, 7 p.m., the next day, June 3rd, and then the next day, June 5th, it does replenish again, but it's not quite as strong, but it still could pack a good severe weather chances for the south there, central to southern United States. And anything after that, I'm not going to talk about. But my main focus will be June 2nd, June 3rd in the Midwest, Great Lakes, the Dakotas, those areas. And if we look at shear for this time period, if I can go back here, right here, you do see here, this is June 2nd, 7 p.m. The more favorable shear is towards the north, so I'm not expecting a large tornado outbreak or anything like that for the southern regions. And shear does need to be there for storms to form, so there may be a bit of a cap on some storms further south. But if severe weather that can develop in the north may be able to produce some tornadoes or very damaging winds, and as we go into the next day, that pushes farther south. And if we look at SIN, which will show you the capping on this, right here, you do see here, same time, 7 p.m. June 2nd, there is a bit of a cap with some of these storms. There are pockets of weaker caps or no caps, which is where we'll expect those larger chances for severe weather. However, these thunderstorms may need a little more forcing in them to be able to break the cap, which is why we're going to be watching this very closely, because it could potentially be a pretty decent outbreak for the north. If you look at the SPC outlook, they have nothing for day 4 to 8, predictability too low. But if you look at the discussion, they do mention the potential in the northern central plains into the upper to middle Mississippi Valley early next week. Widespread severe weather is unlikely, but I do think it's possible. And they will likely support severe risk as we do get closer. So right now, we are a bit far out for any of those 15 to 30%, but if by the time we get to day 4, maybe day 5, we could potentially see a 15 to 30% in there, depending on how models take this system. That's your trusted weather forecast for this upcoming potential severe weather outbreak. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. Goodbye.